this room ever dreamt of becoming an Olympic star? Maybe, maybe not, but we all were able to recently witness the pinnacle of the Olympics and witness some, like, a countless number of incredible feats. Though maybe not on the Olympian level. In the track and field world, I have heard of for years, and it has led me to believe that I know how to properly jump over a hurdle. Perhaps I cannot get you all to the Olympic level, but I can facilitate you all on those first steps, which would be to determine what your dominant leg is, to run and build momentum up to the hurdle. Put your dominant and then non-dominant leg over the hurdle. Lean and then push off and continue running. Now that we've discussed that, let's move on to the first step, which would be actually determining that lead leg. In order to do this, you can do the push test where you close your eyes, somebody comes behind you, and then push you. Whichever leg naturally comes in front once you feel that urge to fall is your dominant leg. It's called your lead leg because it is the leg that goes over the hurdle first. Now that we've discussed that, we have to actually run up to the hurdle and build momentum. Momentum is essential to get that gliding motion over a hurdle as opposed to the up and down motion that causes the hurdler to have more air time and therefore run a slower time. It's important to have calculated steps in the world of hurdles because if not, any disruption of rhythm or balance can cause a stutter step, which is where you take a bunch of little tiny steps up to that hurdle and it causes an incredible loss of power. Now that we've talked about that, let's discuss actually putting that lead leg over the hurdle. So as mentioned before, your dominant leg is your lead leg. As you see here, her lead leg is her right leg because that's the first leg that goes over the hurdle. Simply straight, though it can be a little bit bent, and according to Urban Bush-Nexter, who is an Olympic coach and also an NCAA coach at Louisiana State University, boys should take off from about 7 feet from the hurdle and girls from about 6.5 feet from the hurdle. Also, when it comes to your dominant or lead leg, there's an arm-leg correlation. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Her right leg is up, so her left arm is also up. The second-legged hurdling is your trail leg, which is your non-dominant leg. This leg is bent in an L shape and comes second over the hurdle and is parallel to the ground. Now that we're actually over the hurdle, let's talk about the lean. The lean is also important to establishing that gliding motion. It can be thought of as trying to fit through a window, with the top of that hurdle being the bottom border of that window and another invisible border on top. Your goal is to shoot through and get back down to the ground as fast as possible. Now that we've talked about leaning, and as you're coming up off the hurdle, you need to bring that L-shaped trail leg and bring it to the front as big as you can. Think of it as an engine. The bigger that motion is, the more power you can build up to keep on running and keep building up speed. When it comes to the trail leg, it is the same leg, same arm sort of thing. If your trail leg is your left leg, you're going to use your left arm to bring that trail leg to the front. Hurdlers need to avoid dropping that leg straight down because it causes them to lose a lot of momentum when it comes to running an actual race. So once that lead leg and trail leg finally make contact with the ground, as you can see here in the sixth step of this image I have up here, you have to push off your lead leg and actually run. Yes, this is a hurdling event, but it is a sprint race first. So it is important to actually push off that leg and continue to pump your arms and actually run because speed must be built in between those hurdles. This will put you in the best position to succeed and in the best position to hopefully win your race. So an example of this being all put together is here. As you can see, running up to the hurdle, leaning and putting that lead leg over the hurdle, which is straight. The trail leg is coming to the front after the dominant leg hits the ground, and then he pushes off and continues to run. So in conclusion, although hurdling may seem relatively easy, there is definitely a lot of mechanics and a lot of techniques here and there that go into doing the most effective version of that. Those steps include determining your dominant or lead leg, actually building up momentum to the hurdle, putting your lead leg down, leaning, bringing that trailer to the front and then actually pushing off and continuing to run the race. Though some of y'all may not even plan on hurdling anytime soon, I hope that this is proof that even ideas or concepts that are out there are pretty simple once you actually take the time to break it down and understand it. Thank you.